Not a day in my life, long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got...
Coach, it's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
That, black 20?
Mike 58, right there. Quit talking about it.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Jack 16.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
20.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second and a couple. Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with their safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
50. Hey, Echo.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Right 80.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Back 20.
That's right, man.
Easy.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Black and turn.
On third down, Roethlisberger looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Newton to Michelle on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Gun.
Check 50. Check 50.
Now Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Got a man open, that's Harry. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Hey, watch the ball.
Monday.
He's checking credit.
Christian, travel.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Edelman set to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Being chased out left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Going top shelf for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Again, it's Michel, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Look at that. 98.
98 to Mike. Watch the slats.
20. Look at him.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right here, right here.
Off the draw, here's Michel. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. 198.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. On 1st and 10 is counter, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Here we go. Black 20.
58, right there. All day, baby. All day.
Again, it's counter. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
66.
Here's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back to throw, Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Patriots send out their punter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. That was 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington. 70 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they would have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
24.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1, and it's Michel once again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now Michel. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Michel. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but